Hey, how's it going? Neil Howe back again for my video for the 30 days of September. Had a great day today hanging out with my youngest daughter. We went to court with her class, which was fun. She was a juror, so she got to take part in that, which was a great thing. But today I want to talk about something else that's in that 80-20 that I talked about yesterday. It's how much are you worth? Hey, Amanda. How much are you worth? How much would you pay yourself per hour? Well, generally we pay people based on the value that they bring. How much value are you bringing to your business? What kind of tasks do you do every day in your business? I know being a business owner and entrepreneur, you feel like you've got to do everything. But when you take that 80-20 Pareto principle look at things, you'll discover that there's definitely some tasks that you need to be focusing on. And most of those tasks revolve around the marketing of your business and the branding or the personal branding around you and your business. Those are the most important features that are going to make your business grow. However, for many businesses, it's not really what people concentrate on. So I want to take you a little rundown of some of the different tasks and the value that's placed on them based on this 80-20 book by Perry Marshall, and see how many of these kinds of tasks are taking up your time, because ultimately our time is our most valuable asset. And if we're not organizing it and using it wisely, then we're probably losing the value of that time, and we don't have that same value in our business. So here are some $10 per hour tasks that if you're doing, you probably need to think about outsourcing to somebody else. So first of all, do you spend your time running errands, talking to unqualified prospects, people that aren't ready to buy, cold calling for any reason, building or fixing stuff on your website, doing expense reports, working social media the way that most people do it, cleaning or sorting stuff in your desk, attending meetings, driving to meetings, making trips to the store, performing basic customer service, building websites and making sure everything is spelled correctly. If that is what consumes your day, then you're working a $10 per hour job. And what you'll find is those kinds of things are always creeping up in your business. These are all things that have to get done, but the value of getting those things done is a $10 per hour job. If you can find somebody that can do these kinds of things for you and handle this, it's a $10 an hour job. And if you can move on to the next level, which is $100 an hour, then you're going to spend your time more wisely in your business. So what does a $100 an hour person look like, an entrepreneur or business owner? Are you solving a problem for a prospective customer or an existing customer? Problem solving is very important. Are you talking to a qualified prospect? You're not wasting your time on cold calling or somebody, these looky-loos. You're just, taking your time and only talking with qualified people. Are you writing emails to your prospects or customers? Are you communicating with them daily? These are $100 an hour activities. Are you creating marketing and tests and doing experiments? Are you managing pay-per-click accounts? All these things are going to create more money for you in the long run, whereas the $10 per hour jobs aren't really going to create that much more revenue for you. Are you doing social media well? That is something that not many people do or are able to do, but if you can do it fairly effectively, it is worth your time. And are you outsourcing simple tasks? Just the fact that you realize there's simple tasks to be done and you're spending the time figuring out how to outsource it is a higher level activity. It's a $100 an hour activity. And are you dealing with customer follow-up? Follow-up is very important because that's when most of the sales are made. One and done just doesn't work in business and sales and marketing. You might get a few, but the money is made in the follow-up, so that's a higher level activity. Again, all these things are $100 an hour tasks that, yes, some of them you should be doing, but there's also another level up. If you're only worth $100, then these are the kinds of things that you do. $1,000 an hour task. Here we go. Are you planning and prioritizing your day? Remember I said time is money. This is your most valuable asset. A lot of people think that they don't afford the time to actually sit down and plan their day because it takes time. But it's $1,000 an hour activity, because if you sit down and you plan your day and you realize everything that needs to get done that's of importance and what needs outsourced and what needs managed, and you sort all that kind of stuff out, you're going to save so much time in the long run and create so much more value in your business because of the more stuff gets done. I use Simpleology for that, which is a great tool. I advise you to go have a look at it, simpleology.com. I did an interview with Mark Joyner, who's the CEO, great company, over 1 million subscribers. It really gets your whole day planned out, and it's got some great exercises and lessons in there too, just to keep you on track. You will find that you get more done in a day that you would generally get done in a week. What are other activities, $1,000 an hour activities? Are you negotiating with qualified prospects? So this is not just talking and discussing business. This is negotiating an actual deal with a qualified prospect. Are you building sales funnels? You look at something that is going to improve the conversion rate of your business. These are important things. Are you judging your marketing and tests and experiments and making the changes there? See, like I said, these higher level activities come down to marketing. You've got to understand that even if you are the name behind your business, you've still got to be involved in the marketing of your business if you want it to be successful. Are you creating pay-per-click campaigns? Very important. Doing social media with extreme competence, which is extremely rare. There's not many people that know how to do social media that well. It's not one of my strengths is social media, but I'm doing something here. I don't know if it's $1,000 an hour activity. Are you delegating complex tasks? Are there people in your business that you can hand off the $100 an hour tasks to, as well as those $10 an hour, so you can concentrate on the higher level stuff? These are all important things. And then, of course, writing sales copy. And writing sales copy is a skill that, if learned properly, it's one of the most important skills that you can have. But nobody's going to know your business like you. Nobody's going to understand your customers like you. So it really is up to you to be writing the sales copy and not relying on a web developer or anybody like that to write sales copy for you. So that's $1,000 an hour, but there's still another level, $10,000 an hour. These are things like improving your USP, your unique selling proposition. A change in that and the way that you think and the way that you market is, a high level activity that could make a huge change to your business. This is not just, incremental change. This is massive change, that if you change your branding and everything else, those are the kinds of things, $10,000 an hour activity, you spend the time to put behind that, and it could make a remarkable difference to your business. Are you creating new and better offers? You're always coming up with something new to offer your clients. That's a high level activity. Are you repositioning your message and your position? Again, going back to that personal branding or the branding for your company. Are you're recreating your story that we talk about all the time? That involves getting out there and sharing your story with people that, Craig Williams and myself have been preaching for the last few years. Do you execute these brilliant ideas that people have, whether it's yourself or somebody in a meeting? Do you take the time to execute them and get them out there so a brilliant idea, turns into action and then a product? Do you take time to negotiate the major deals? That's working with those 20% that I talked about yesterday. You don't want to take up all your time dealing with those 80% that are only giving you 20% of your revenue. A high level activity is negotiating with those people who are creating 80% of your revenue for you. Those are the activities that you as a business owner, manager, leader should be dealing with those people. Are you selling to high value customers and groups? That's just what I said. Selecting team members, extremely important. If you have a sales team, the same thing applies to your sales team. Probably 80% of your sales are going to be done by 20% of your sales team. So you got to fire that bottom 10% regularly and hire new people. Make sure that they're coming on board. You pick them out. You like the qualities that they have, that they're well trained, that there's a process to train them, and then get them out there to raise the level of everybody else. It's a very high level skill. Public speaking, getting out there, getting in front of your ideal target audience, in front of your crowd, and talking to multiple people at a time, sharing your value is much better than sitting down with one person individually. You spread that value and your story amongst many people at a time rather than just one at a time. It takes way too long that way. So any kind of time that you can do a webinar where you can invite 100 or hundreds of people on, or whether you can do public speaking and you're in front of a room, anytime that you can do that kind of stuff, that's a high level $10,000 per hour activity. One meeting like that or a webinar, you might be able to sell $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of product or service in 1 hour. That is high value activity. And then, of course, establishing your values and the culture for your business. People need to know what you care about, what your values are before they do business to you. And these are all the highest level activities that you can work on. So notice none of these things are actually involved in your service. So yes, there's a couple of exceptions. Maybe if you're a surgeon, you need to be there performing the task. But even if you're a plumber or any other kind of business like that, your main hours should not be working on plumbing. That is a $10 to $100 an hour activity. You should be working on the marketing of your plumbing business and telling your story. So that is the important message today. Again, it comes down to that 80-20 principle. The more time that you can spend in these $1,000 and $10,000 an hour activities, the faster your business is going to grow. So that is my message for today. If you want to get your story out and tell your story about your business, go to neilhowe.co, fill out our short survey and sign up for an authority interview so we can get that message out to multiple people and not just tell your story over and over and over to one person at a time. So go take action today, claim your authority, go to neilhowe.co, and we'll see you tomorrow.